it is kind of not really duplicatable to do something like that. But it's always a good idea to have a few of those on hand and get people going.
I like the breakout session. I find it very informative, and I get to be perspective from different leaders that succeed in this industry. And also, I wish there's longer time because there's a lot of other sessions that I want to attend that happen simultaneously. I couldn't attend. Matter of fact, there's like how to build a massive business. I think it's in Chinese. You know how all this Chinese leader was able to make a double, triple diamond. I was like, I would like to get the insight for this in Chinese. So I don't understand. I don't know if they offer translation, but I end up going to the other one. I still find it very informative. But I wish to have more of that, and you know, like.
It'd almost be cool to have a full day of breakout sessions, right?
Yeah.
Like,
you know, I know some of us arrive on Thursday, and most of it's just dinner for a lot of the Athlon. They don't have a lot of work for us who are just starting out. But if they had more of that, I just find it very informative.
Did anybody go to Dr. Nathan's breakout?
Yeah.
Yeah, did he share anything new or anything in this you didn't know before?
He was just very detailed about the whole process and how it worked, and I think his before and after pictures were amazing as well, because he explained how it works on a very deep level, and even what he does beyond. But it was really good. I mean, there's a lot of things that we miss, you know, that we don't need. We're not doctors, we don't need to know. But if you're really into it, it makes sense when he's talking about it. And the APT 200. At first, I'm like, what does this have 200? You know, I mean, that's just more information that helps us as distributors. You don't necessarily have to share it with the client right away. But if you do get those people, like in my case, I do have a spa, you know, and those are questions that he asked. For me, it made sense because they were very specific. So it's just good information to retain. But he was really good. He was funny, as always. But I think it was very well put together. The slides, I mean, these are things that even if they could provide for us at the end, that'd be great too. Instead of taking pictures, that's great. Yeah, it's great.
Trying to show over the slides. Those are always great.
Yeah, and he did at the end, he did mention, and I did take a picture of that, his information email. If you guys do have before and after pictures, he actually likes that. So if you can share that with him, you know, we'd love to see those.
What'd you guys think about instantly ageless, the inventor, the NAPO process?
That's amazing. I mean, I thought she was a doc. I thought it was invented by Dr. Wu, but I didn't know it was invented by someone.
every product has different creative behind it.
Now, everybody bought those new instantly ageless brochures.
Sick.
That's gonna make our life a lot easier. Leading with the instantly ageless just gets people's mind aware about anti-aging. So that could be like, you know, bait, you know? But then you'll pull them in, get them on the Zen, get them on the other products.
And they do commercials already out as well. So the commercial that the little mini commercial that we saw.
Oh, that's great.
For the instantly ageless. I believe it's in the J office. I was already able to download it and I put it up on Facebook, so people are already getting some likes on that.
It's also on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
Yeah, Instantly Agents made a Facebook page, so we can share that, and that has a new video on it too.
Anybody else? Don, what do you like?
I like the breakouts, and I echo that. I wish I could have gone to 6 of them. I just didn't, you know, I can only be in one place. I'd love more of those.
Hey, Calvin, do you know, do they do a video compilation? Like she's saying, you can only, you know, so many of them. Do they record them all?
I know that all of them are recorded. I just don't know what they do with us.
Oh, I have to get a hand on it.
Be able to get a copy of that? Or-
Yeah.
Okay, go ask. I know they record everything. We're just going around seeing what people like.
So-
That's the one they can take away.
If they record it in Chinese, do they have it in English sometimes?
I actually really want to send it out.
I know, it's not. Yeah, those people are crushing it, right?
That's good. We can get it translated. We have people on our team who speak Chinese.
Really? That'd be amazing, because like I said, I love to learn from other leaders and their insight.
Blowing up in mass meetings, and there's just a different drive, there's a different, like,
It's called work.
Gotta work.
So, what do you guys think about Zen Project 8?
Woo!
Mark's not here yet, so just tell us what you really think.
What you really think?
Zen Project 8. So, how many of you guys were obviously with us with Ignite, with Detox, Ignite, and Thrive when we first launched it like a year and a half ago, a couple years ago? right? So the success we had with that, it's great that we have the product back and we have the man back, so that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. So, I know that we're gonna hear from Mark in a minute about Zen Project 8. Just regarding Zen Project 8, when you guys were talking about all the packs, Mark, up there, the detox kit, the commit pack, and then the transformation pack, my strategy in building with Zen Project 8 is just playing off that wordplay, which is commit, you know? Sharing with people what the Zen Project 8 is all about, the fact that you have Mark McDonald as your coach every single week, you have the website community with the recipes and with people cheering each other on and pushing people through. You have you have the opportunity to not just go out and build a business, but get your friends that are interested in trying this with you. So you're building a huge customer base, which is the main point. But when you're sharing, when my goal is when I'm sharing Zen Project 8 is to share with them all the ways they can get involved, and they're going to get involved whichever way they want. But just ask them to commit. Commit to 8 weeks. Commit to the Zen Project 8 and changing their life, transforming their body. And the cool thing about the commit pack is it's just like any basic pack in our company. It's worth 100 points and it's like $199, something like that, right?
Yeah.
So I think
$219.
What is it? $219. Right? So it's pretty much just like it's like you finally have a basic pack for the Zen product line. That's what people were looking for. So we have that now. And then also it's not just the Zen protein line, right? Which is a lifestyle product. It's actually a whole system. Which we have the whole youth enhancement system, we have a nutrition system, we have the stem cell technology skincare system. Now we finally have a system to go with Zen. So, any thoughts on Zen?
They haven't yet, but it's this coming Tuesday night, and we'll give all the details. Todd, you can share that today. But Mark will be there, and Dr. Amzalov will be there. So this is the only city in North America Dr. Amzalov is going to for the Zen Tour. And you heard him yesterday on stage. He makes it so easy to understand our health and our bodies and why these products are help us with weight management. And then of course Mark is amazing, and we'll talk about the program. And so anyone you bring to that meeting, you're gonna sign up as customers, as distributors. They're gonna fall in love with the community and the products we have in the program.
Hey, let me give a hypothetical. If for some reason there was product there to buy now, take home now, you guys think that there's enough people that would buy the product? Could you bring a lot of people there?
For sure.
Even people that didn't make it today and then guests? So if we made arrangements to get the product there, could we sell it out?
Most people are not in Vegas. Most people didn't come here, so we'll have a lot of people there.
Yeah, so we'll do our best to have product. We're working through some technical issues. If we can, we'll have product there, so fingers crossed that will happen. But we have room for 500 people. And I'm serious. If you're a promoter, promote this. I am telling you, your people will not. It's on a night. It's a Tuesday night, but they're going to come to hear a world-renowned doctor and a world-renowned fitness celebrities, nutritionist. Every time I call Mark, I'm like, Mark, what's your name now? What are you calling me right now? He keeps adding so many things. He has a new book he's written. He's on HLN. I mean, he has so many things
Owns a
behind
pizza
his
restaurant.
Yeah.
I wish I owned a pizza. That's my dream.
Hey, Katie, how much your guess?
Father of a baby.
Yes.
$10 for distributors. Guests are free.
Did you guys hear that? Guests are free?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the first meeting, guys. Let's don't embarrass ourselves. Let's kick this one off and let's pack it.
So
Pack your cards.
you have the flyer. So make sure that you send that out today, so that through Facebook and through social media, your whole team can promote that event. You're the first one in California. We're going to North Dakota on Wednesday. We're going to Quebec and Toronto this weekend, and then Lucy's going to finish up in West Palm on March 26th with this Zen tour. So you'll be seeing flyers. So if you have friends in different cities and around the country, make sure to send them. It's going to be great. Dr. Amzalov will be back in May. We'll be doing a tour around the country with him, doing opportunity meetings. Of course, we have Super Saturdays coming up. And we also have the university in Anaheim, July 8th and 9th. So you guys, this is your hometown. It's going to be huge. You'll be there on the 27th?
Yeah, in LA.
In LA.
I'll be in San Diego on the 26th, and I'll be in LA on the 27th of April.
Okay, so like we said in the meeting, make sure to go to Jeunesse.com, looking for the events, and you'll see all the events. We keep that updated all the time, so you'll know in your area what events are coming up. So with that, would you like a promotion? Would you like to make more money as you're going? Okay, so we have it's called the Unleash Your Potential promotion. You'll be getting an email blast tomorrow, but I will send this text on it to your leaders as you are the first that we've announced it to, so.
Really,
We've been screaming, guys.
The very first.
like we've had like this live for 30 minutes, so.
Yeah, exactly right. So this is called your Unleash Your Potential, and this is going to reward jades through emeralds. So there's a great way for every single person to get involved. And I'm going to let Lucy talk a little bit about it and share how you can make more money as you build your business.
That's right, because we know that the more volume you can get in, the more cycles, the more matching bonus, and that's what gets this whole clock to work efficiently. You have to be bringing in volume, but you also have to be motivated to be able to share that with people. If you're not motivated, you're not going to share it, obviously. So, how many of you remember the Shoot the Sapphire bonus?
Oh.
How many of you found that a little bit difficult? There, or whatever, motivated a few people. How many of you would like it if we made it a little bit easier?
Yeah.
So how about if we had one for jades, and one for pearls, and sapphires, sapphire elite as well, and a ruby director and an emerald director?
Let's do it.
So that's what's going to happen, and we could share the numbers with you, but then you might get confused. I'd rather you get the email and look at the numbers, but again, all those similar rules that we had for the Shoot the Sapphire will apply. It's personal group volume, which means it's volume that comes from the people who you personally sponsored. It's not any volume that what we call spillover, which comes from your upline. There's also the rule where you need to outrank the person who you have going for the contest. So for example, if you want the Sapphire Elite part, you better make sure you're Sapphire Elite before one of your people you sponsored becomes Sapphire Elite. The moment that they outrank you, you can't use their volume towards that contest anymore. So how many of you are camping? It's time to roll up the tent and start climbing up that mountain again.
Let's talk about the bonuses. Let's talk about what you can earn, okay? So a jade can earn $500, and I'll just go through the personal volume quickly. For 3,600 points, 3,600 PGB. A pearl can earn a $1,000 bonus with 7,200 PGB. Sapphire can earn the $6,000 bonus with 15,000. Sapphire Elite can earn $8,000 bonus with 45,000 PGB. A Ruby can earn a $10,000 bonus with 90,000 PGB, and an Emerald, $12,000 with a $225,000 PGB. The timing is March and April. So what I love, what I think both of us love, is that anywhere through Jade through Emerald, you have an opportunity to earn. So you guys can work as a team, and it's all of the same behavior. It's enrolling, it's sharing the product, it's sharing our story, bringing people into the business, growing your business, and you can get extra rewards. So this is a great
So
story.
good.
And what we always say is that your story is what sells, right? So get your own personal story on the products, have your product story. And what I love about promotions is it's a great time to have a business story. So when you earn a promotion, then you can go out and share that with people and say, you know what? This is what I did. I was able to come in and earn this jade bonus or this sapphire bonus. I earned an extra $500 or $1,000. You can do it too. And so you need a story. So now's the time as you leave here to take advantage of this. So.
And just one more little tip, and that is when you get very enthusiastic about something, not everybody wants to do the business. There's a lot of people that are going to join just for the Zen Project 8. That doesn't mean that they're necessarily your next diamond. Those people are really happy using the product, and that's what they want. What you're looking for are people who do want a part-time. So you just keep looking and sifting and sorting, and that's what these guys are going to teach you how to do today. And Conrad and I are going to do the comp plan video next week to make it really awesome and easy, so you can see where the volume comes from. I
I'm
promise.
glad you guys got rid of the $49 deal. Great job. The sign up thing for it's $1 now.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Nobody knows?
Come on.
We're working on it for you.
Nice try.
Yeah.
Sounds like me, right?
We did try. We did
But
try.
that box of tools is actually what helps you climb the mountain.
Yeah,
So
so
when
worth
you
it.
eliminate it, you might eliminate $49, but the value, then you have to teach everyone how to download the PDF. But anyway, we love you guys.
Well, and that's me, just very quickly, we just want to say, your leaders, I've worked with them for a long time, and of course Lucy's gotten to know them over the last year, but Todd and Angelique, Calvin and Shannon, and of course Conrad and Jill, we just want to say thank you all for your incredible hard work, your commitment to your teams, your heart and your passion for your teams. is I think what makes all of us want to stay in this community, right?
I have
So-
a quick question about doing Web 49 membership because of the kit. Shouldn't the magazine replace that? Because the magazine is more comprehensive than the kit. It's all in one brochure.
Well, I think everything will probably change, the magazine will, but it's not gonna happen overnight. We just launched it.
Right.
And probably it'll give us about a month before we can do that. We also have to update that kit, like the flip chart inside now is, oh, that is another thing. If you go to JCAD, you have a brand new PowerPoint presentation. So please update that, and anybody that speaks Spanish will be doing, meeting with some of the Spanish-speaking people too in April. So we can build that market. California, LA is the second largest Spanish-speaking city in the world, Mexico City being the first.
Wow.
And it's time to do something about that. So I do speak Spanish.
Yeah.
But I think Kim Wee said it best when she said, it's choice, you choose. You choose, and if you choose to build the business, then you need to be doing something about it, and you need to be, because that way you will see your results. If you just wait for something to happen, it's not gonna happen. And these guys know about change, Todd, and Jill, Calvin, so they can help people through change, because look what you guys have done in this last year, it's amazing. So we're so happy you're part of
We
it.
all drink a lot now. We're all heavy drinkers, especially
Sometime, Lucy, you're gonna have to share your cucumber story too. It's a personal.
But really, guys, Lucy has made a huge difference from the day we became Jeunesse Global, helping all of us in this room, some of us more than others. And I promise you, everybody in this room benefited for her helping us cross the bridge and acclimating into Jeunesse Global. So it's really huge. And of course, Katie being our advocate, working hand in hand with Meredith. Anything you guys need, you don't have to go through me or Calvin, go direct, okay?
No, go through Todd.
But they listen, guys. We've been asking for these promos and they listen, so this is huge for us.
We appreciate you both so much. I think, Lucy, we had a conversation and you said that this whole acquisition, it was like boarding a plane while in mid-flight.
Yeah.
And I think that was such a great analogy. We had some casualties, but we're all here, so let's make it happen.
Yeah.
Well, remember he showed it yesterday when he was talking about the mountain and then drama happening or explosions happening or whatever. You regroup,
right?
And you get yourself, you dust yourself off and you pick yourself up and you start climbing again, because you are going to be leading other people how to do that. And it's the same thing for us in corporate. Don't think it's easy every day. I can't tell you how many times I wanted to quit. And thank God I didn't. We did $1 billion last year. Or other things as well. So it's, you set your course, and then every day you do a little bit something towards it, and that makes you feel good. It doesn't have to be huge. It's just every day doing something towards it. Right, Katie?
What was the word you used? Advertunity.
Oh, that's a good one. So we use that?
All schools.
Just that part.
Adversity.
Anyway, thank you guys, we appreciate
All right, you guys all know who Mark is, or not? You want an introduction?
Who's that?
Okay, so how many of you guys like the way the Zen looks?
Sick.
Okay, here's the thing that I'm going to say to you guys though, and this is the truth, is that we understand this model better than anybody in Jeunesse, this group. Okay,
Yep.
These groups, they're all still trying to figure it out, and there is a learning curve. We're way ahead of the curve here, and I really feel like we could lead the charge. Right? This is not a new model to us. We got something that we already know that we can have success with it, and we have. You guys, we have rocked this thing, have we not? Yes. We have to go back out there again and say, look, I'm taking back this. It's an additional model. We take back the model, we go out there and kill it, and then of course, the key for Mark is that we want to place Mark in the hottest spots of growth that we're having. That's one of the. My wife will tell you I don't sleep a lot because I'm always thinking about different ways that we can take this thing to a different level. And I think the best way that we can use Mark is if we're growing in a certain area with this model, and Zen's taken off, we've got a lot of transformations going, we've got a lot of health pros doing it. This is where we need to place Mark. We need to place Mark in the hottest spots of wherever we have that growth. If it's going to be Southern California, if it's going to be San Diego, well, San Diego's kind of Southern California, right? It's like a different country out there. But the truth is, we've got it. You know, we have an incredible tool right here that he'll support wherever we're going at. So I'm really looking forward to going back and picking this model up. There's no more waiting anymore. I mean, how many of you guys want to see your checks go up? Okay, I mean, I know we do. We all do. And so I say this to you guys because I know it's been a while for us to get this whole thing. You know, I was talking to Ken Porter about this too, because Ken is really big into Zen, right? Right? Ken Porter, yeah. But he just said, hey, you guys got it, right? You guys got it. I know it took a while and everything, but you got it. We fought for this thing and we got it. Okay, and I know I'm really excited about it. So all I'm saying to you guys is that let's use what Mark has created and all the stuff that we know really well, and let's take this to a different level. There's no more waiting. I mean, get home and start your meetings this week. I mean, let's just rock this thing. And so I know we're going to talk about the agenda for Tuesday, because I do want to make sure we're clear on this on Tuesday, because we have a lot of health pros going. How many of you guys have worked with health pros? Okay, the only thing I'm going to say about health pros is that most health pros that are out there, it's a process. I mean, you can't lead with the network marketing side with a lot of these health pros. Remember, you want them to put their clients on the products, right? That's the goal. But these guys, he'll tell you, he's a health pro right here. I mean, if these guys would have led with you with saying, hey, let's make a network marketer out of you, you wouldn't even be here. It was a process, right?
True story.
Okay, it's a total process. So all I'm saying to you guys is whatever, like on Tuesday, we have to make sure that it's not so heavy on network marketing that these health pros are there like, hey, what's going on here? You know, we want their clients. We want their clients to get on these programs. That's how we start the whole process of moving forward. So I know we want to talk about that for Tuesday.
You want me to mention that?
Yeah, let's talk about that
So
on Tuesday.
there's 3 types of events I'm going to speak at. Conventions, I'll speak at, and then I'm going to speak at BBSs and some where it's like a business building seminar. That's like what we're going to do in West Palm on the 26th. But 90% of all my presentations are going to be customer experiences, where you invite your guests, and it's not focused on the business, it's focused on exactly what my first presentation was, taking your body and health to the next level. When we looked at launching, should I talk here? Can I?
No, go up there.
Here, let's picture right
here. So LA. Yeah. Let me give you. Should I start talking?
Yeah.
Okay. So quick.
You're the man. Go.
I'll be quick. So this is the deal. I love that you brought up Ken Porter, because you guys know I love Core. It's a program I created. I put my heart into it. I love the growth that we are doing with that. I love doing this. I love the merger. When the merger happened a year ago, it was a tough thing because it's a whole different aspect of what we were doing. We had customer experience, and then there were some obstacles that happened. So Ken Porter, who you brought up, is a good friend of mine, called up, and Todd was huge in this. And so I want to just give Conrad, Todd, and Calvin have been instrumental in all of this. So let's give them a big hand. And obviously, Angelique, Jill, and Shannon as well. Okay, so we got to give props to the wives because but the thing is this. Like, I'll share some stuff where I'm coming from, but from a point of building the business, when you look at volume and cycles, defer to them on all of that. I'm going to share what my goal and mission was with this. But Ken Porter made a call to Wendy, and I flew in a year ago to meet with Jeanette, basically. Oh, it was like March. So about a year ago. Met with Wendy, and I thought that was it. Like, I want to end the dieting madness. I have 2 big missions in life. I want people to get their body back. You understand my story, the challenges. I want to help people live their best health, period. I also am an entrepreneur. I remember back in 2003, we were doing extremely well financially. I had 6 nutrition practices in Venice Beach, California, and I'm commuting and working about 17 hours a day. And I had tons of cash flow, no residual revenue. And I understood how driving from Valencia to Venice, not spending enough time with Abby, we wanted to have our first child. So I understand the power of residual revenue. So I want to help people get their time back as well. Those are my 2 biggest missions. That's why I love direct selling. So I believe from the point of, when I sat with Wendy, I thought that was going to be it. And then we were looking, okay, where can we go and take our message someplace else? But she was great. Wendy Lewis, she's a chronic dieter. And she loved it. And we sat and we talked. And then I met with Scott. And over the past year, there have been battles. learning how to merge. But what I can say honestly now is that we have the greatest, out of my years with Monavie, with Reveal, to The View, to Core, to now, this is our best model we've ever done. And
Yeah.
I'm excited that we launched it this weekend. So,
Awesome.
that's exciting.
The partnership that Jeanette has forged with you, one of the reasons it took so long, because this is not just a month deal for Mark.
Yeah.
Jeanette, and I'll let you decide.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, I have a company, Venice Nutrition, so like when we look at what I built, Abby, myself, quality of life matters to me. I love my 10-month-old baby girl. I love Hunter. I love playing soccer. I love spending time. So I'm never willing to compromise my core beliefs. Now I'm flexible. I'm always flexible in life, but there's some core things I will never give up. So when we look at this, if I was gonna go down this path again, it had to be the right partnership. And I had multiple companies come to me when the merger happened. They said, "Can you partner with us? We want to duplicate it." Because I created the program, so intellectually the program belongs to me, and then there's a partnership with the product, with Genetics, as it was with Monavie and Wynn. But the biggest thing to me is the people. I love you guys. There's so many people that we built this amazing relationship with. So it was either we were going to make something work here, or I was going to be out completely. And I was just going to focus on what I did with Venice. But the great news is that we made this happen, and I believe it's the best movement. And there's two main focuses that we're focusing on: customers and mid-level distributors. I talked to Calvin, and Calvin and I had a conversation last week. Come up here, Calvin. And he was saying, I said, "Calvin."
Hi, everybody.
And the goal was, how can people make $300 to $500 a month on this? And that's what I was thinking about from the point of K2 and all of that. But when I think about this, when we priced it, there are a couple things that are different. What happened with Vima and the FTC, with Core, you could buy Core for $57 for a distributor and a customer. So anyone could just buy that. With the FTC rules now, you can't. If someone buys the same price, even though they might be a customer, they count as a distributor. So with what happened with Vima, we had to make a higher price. But what we did is we made a retail. So we don't have the same PC program we have, but now we have, if you look at it, $59.95 for a better shake than we had with Core and Zen Pro, and retail $69.95. So there's always a retail wholesale difference, but now customers can immediately go to your replicating site. It's all live now. You just go to your replicating site. You have the new videos, the new program guides. People can dive in on the packs. You get a first order bonus on the packs, plus you make the difference of wholesale to retail. So there's a lot of cash up front now. So like if you're running an 8-week experience like Kathleen might, she might want everyone to do the transform packs. Calvin and I were talking about the commit pack. I love the commit pack because someone can get it for $219 wholesale, $244 retail. They buy it retail, it's a $25 retail wholesale difference. They get a $25 first order bonus, so you make cash up front, and you get 100 CV. Now they're in for 30 days. They get the detox pack and the ignite pack. After that 30 days, they're much more open to giving $49, to giving their social security number. Now they're going to be more engaged in the process because they have a relationship with everything. So when I look at Zen Project 8, I think every distributor should do it as a consumer because you need a story, as we shared. But you also, I look at it from the point of that it becomes something that you can really create customers and make cash up front. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
So I just wanted to share, I love LA. I love Southern California. I'm Californian. I grew up in the Bay Area. I lived in LA for 15 years. I live in Atlanta now, but my heart's always in California. This is this in North Dakota. I'm doing everything that I can do for every single one of you that we can make this movement because we need to prove people that this works. Remember, Jeunesse is a massive company, and I love the quality of the people and the leadership of Jeunesse. This is a new model for them. And they put a lot on the line for this to work. But we know it can work because we've done it. So I want you to know that let's start strong on Tuesday. Let's bring people. It's a customer experience. We're not going to be doing business building. My feedback would be this, and this is just I'm putting out there. To either what we did in the past is we do these customer experiences, and then there could be separate meetings, or there could be a date where there could be a builder meeting.
Super open.
Yeah, something like that we can lead to. But this is a moment where you can just freely bring your people and know that they're going to learn why they need to make their health work. And I love The other reason why I love the Jeunesse entire line is because with Core we had this and energy drinks. This is why when I look at Jeunesse, you can start, if someone wants to lose weight and feel better, they can start with Zen Project A. But they can move into the AM PM, which I do every day. They can shift into the reserve, which if you're not getting 10 to 15 servings of fruits or veggies a day, you need the antioxidants. They can do the affinity. Now, and I learned this 2 days ago, that as you start losing weight, we know that you get stretch marks. With the serum and the Body Restore, someone told me they've been using that, and a baby. So you have a line that you can keep going because the products are amazing. So this becomes a whole nother thing. But I look at it from this, from the main points is it's a customer acquisition program for you. It's a mid-level distributor, and you can make cash up front, and then you can build and expand from there. And because of the program and the community, you create a great auto ship foundation. You know, 2 shakes a month creates 60 CV. Keeps you auto ship active. So this is what we want to do. We just don't want people to lose weight, and this is the one we are with Core. One thing I want to give you stat-wise. People who bought Core that were touched by someone who did the program, 83% reorder rate. People who bought Core that were not touched by someone who did the program, just someone who just said, here's a product, 19% reorder rate. So we've done a couple things. Number one, that should tell you that you better live the program. Because people aren't going to do it. If you're not doing it, they're not going to hear you. Second, that's why we filmed an entire coaching series. So the moment someone orders a pack, immediately they get a drip campaign. A welcome email from me and Kasaya. Week 1, week 2, week 3. So there's 5 touch points in everything when you look at someone understanding information. Number 1, you need written text, which is why we have the program guides. So with easy plug and play. Number 2, you need audio, which is why we have the video and the live webcast. Number 3, you need the videos. So if you go to your replicating site, there's a 2-minute video on why you need a detox that I do direct to camera. There's a 4-minute video on the entire program, so you can just share this with someone. Right now, this is all live. There's a 70-second Ignite video, and then there's a 2-minute Thrive video. These are all sales tools. But then you need the coaching videos, and that's what we now have as well. The 4th point is online interaction. Join the Facebook community, be part of the live webcast, and then the 5th thing is live events, which is we're doing Tuesday. So you guys excited? Yeah.
But I wanted to say this after you had spoken. You were talking about fitness pros and how it's difficult to get them in, and I just wanted to share my experience a little bit. And without going into too much detail, I'm a competitive, like I do, I'm a fitness competitor, and then I'm a sponsored athlete as well. And so I get, not only do I get free product, but I get paid. Yeah. So for me, when I walked in and I started this, I obviously started with, the skincare, and when I saw the Zen, my wall immediately went up. I was like, I know what I take. I research what I take. I'm not gonna. I've been attacked by so many direct sales companies through social media. You'd be a great sponsor for this, or us, or whatever, you know. And so the reason that I am an advocate for it now is because you did the 8-week beta in Florida, and I got a kit. And so who is going to say no to free product? Yes. And so I was able to. And so what had happened for me was being a competitor. You know, you're at really low % body fat, and your body starts to take a toll. And my kidneys started shutting down, and so I kind of fell into like a depression. You know, I stopped eating 6 times a day, and I mean that was religious to me. That was a structure for me, that I couldn't have all the protein, I couldn't have all the potassium, and so my clean eating stopped. My structure, my program had completely changed. And so when you brought out the program, it gave me an opportunity to kind of relaunch myself and kind of get back in that rhythm, because I'm going to tell you, sneaking through the fast food drive-thrus and eating at not eating until 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I realized that that's most of America. You know what I mean? And like I had gotten so conditioned to my structure and my 6 times a day, and I knew how to do that, and it was easy to me, and to everybody else it was so difficult and they couldn't understand it. To me, it made so much sense until I fell off again. And I couldn't get back on, and I couldn't get into that habit. And so having a structure, even for someone like myself, to kind of just implement a couple shakes a day to get that back in, like it made a big difference. And so being a fitness, like an instructor and a coach, and having that whole aspect, having people come to me like, it's nice to be able to say, yeah, you know, yes, you need to eat 6 times a day, but, you know, they're like, well, I can't do that. And I'm like, well, here's a couple shakes, try this.
Yeah.
You know, listen to this guy, Mark, I don't have to do any of the guesswork anymore. I don't have to do any of the plans anymore.
Allow you
Like,
to achieve your goals that much faster. This shake is better than anything we've ever done before. It's a compliment, every kid should do that. And the shake is great for them, and the fit depending if they're 12 and older is great for them too. They don't need to take the prime or the shake. But if they just ate the thrive phase with their metabolism and the shake, they're golden.
For me, sorry, for my teacher brain, I would love some pamphlets that for kids, PFC, even my 5-year-old mom, is this PFC, is this CBM3? Can you just give me something visual that's cool for kids, that's sponsored by you and your face is on that we can change?
I love that. So I'm gonna put an invitation to you right here. So guess what happens? We need to drive what we have right now to then launch new stuff. So we're gonna do kids movement no matter what. But if we want a Zen kid aspect, we need to show numbers. We need to get out there and show numbers first. Because I'll tell you, Jeunesse, and this is where everyone should love Jeunesse for this. The margins on this for them are less than any other product line. Like they have absorbed a lot on this because protein is expensive. You know, it's a very expensive hard cost for people. And we fought, and Austin Larson has been amazing with the manufacturer to get everything down. You gotta think about this. This has 6 more grams than core had. Protein. It has probiotics. It has fiber. When we look at it, it's a more complete shake, bigger bag, all of that, and it's only $2.95 more than core, and it's much less than Zen Pro.
any quality meal placement on the market out there for the amount they're getting out of the 2 bags is easily $180 before tax, easily for a good one.
Exactly.
Quality protein. People are like, oh, I can get it on Amazon for $40, and I'm like, well, good luck with that. And
Yeah.
That works out for you because real quality protein, my cellular protein, like casein, the isolated whey or whatever, hydrolyzed whey,
Yeah.
like it's expensive.
And I love your story about she just did the beta. So sometimes they don't need to become a wholesale member. They can just buy retail from you. You'll make the cash difference up front. You'll get a first order bonus on one of the packs. The volume still goes in the tree, and you don't have to worry about the $49 of the Social Security. Let them become a believer first. Because what I know is if they do this, they'll become a believer.
If I could add something about the True Cell too, you guys, we have exclusivity on the True Cell. That company, believe me, okay, there's companies that want this True Cell. Okay, so we really make sure we're talking about the fact that we're the only company that has exclusive on this. Because believe me, there's tons and tons of MLM companies out there want True Cell. So I think we really understand what you just said. I did some research on it, and for talking with you guys, is that that's really the main part that makes this product so great. Is that there's no other product on the market that has this technology in it.
And you know what we're gonna do? So I'm the health personality for the NBC shopping network. It's called eVine Live. It's like QVC and HSN. Those are the 3 big ones. 73 million households. We're gonna feature the entire Zen Project 8 on that. All the products on that. So that's and what they loved was the True Cell because everything says what's the story.
Can I give you the ID number to flip over?
Yeah, so we're working on, it's like when you look at shopping now, it'll be a one-time, they'll buy wholesale, they'll buy at a low rate from Jeunesse, and then we're working on how to make that all work from that. It's gonna get great national exposure. Well, I'll go to you, Calvin.
I have a question because I live around a lot of senior citizens, and can they take the shake instead of Boost?
Instead of the Boost? Oh, so the Boost is like, that's the funny thing, me being a ambassador for American Diabetes Association, horrible products, soy protein, like horrible diabetic products. Someone said it has 6 grams of sugar. 6 grams of sugar is so minor, guys, when you think about the fiber and the protein and blood sugar. This is the greatest blood sugar shake on the market. And what you want to keep thinking about when someone says, well, it's got 6 grams of sugar, your alternative to that, because stevia is not great alone. And you guys tasted the shake. There's 3 things in the weight management category that people want. Number 1 is going to be price. Number 2 is taste. Number 3 is protein amount. So when you think about that, the only way to make something taste and keep the sugar low is using sucralose. So this is all natural. So the combination is such a powerful shake from them. It's gluten-free as well. This will be added to the back of the bag, and it's very low lactose.
The casein, where does that come from? That protein is not soy.
Comes from milk.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So it comes from milk, and then it goes casein and then whey.
No preservative? I'm allergic.
No preservatives.
We're all allergic to preservatives.
Oh, and someone asked about GMO. Let me share. So this would be 6 months ago, GMO free. It's still GMO free from 6 months ago. This is what's happening in the industry. Because people are abusing their marketing, the FDA is getting harder and harder. So now to be GMO free, you have to 100% secure that even the cow that gets the milk, that they can't, like what they're eating has no GMO in it. So, exactly. So what happens is, once you put GMO free, then you open up liability.
Yeah.
So you have to be really, really careful now. So just know, it is from 6 months ago, but you gotta be really careful, especially besides the genetics. You'll see companies, someone say, well, this company, yeah, but what are they doing, $1 million in sales? Like, when you get big, everyone wants to come after you.
Hey, Mark, really quick too about this whole California thing when your kid will come out with 2 heads or whatever.
So the problem with the iron side of it, so the bar aspect is where the bar can actually go on that Prop 65. It's Prop 65, right?
Yeah, is it going to be a big label?
It will be a little label. The problem is natural occurring iron in any products, all of them have to put on it. So what we'll have to do is reformulate. So what we did is we took the core raw that we had, and we took the Zen Pro raw, and we made the shake. So what we'll need to do is, if that will still be on it, but we'd have to, it's very difficult to get the iron levels lower on that. But no, there is no challenge.
What about the location? Can you put it right underneath the bottom of
Yeah. So we got to talk about marketing. It's California once again. It's my home state, but man, it's the only state. So, but the challenge is we're reformulating it. To reformulate to do that, then we have to do a whole nother taste test on that. So.
Okay, soy lecithin.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a few of my distributors, breast cancer, can't have soy. They see soy lecithin. Can you explain that difference?
Yeah.
And soy's in everything.
So this is soy protein free. So soy protein is the challenge. Soy lecithin is less than 1% soy in the shake. It has no effect on anyone. The reason why I use soy lecithin, there's 5 manufacturers basically that make all the whey protein. 90% of the whey protein comes from 5 different people. And they all use soy lecithin as a binder. And even if it says like sunflower creamer, soy lecithin's in there. So what ends up happening is to do a product without soy lecithin costs 100 times more from a binder. And we talk about weight management. There's 4 categories: weight management, performance, actively tuned in, and gracefully maturing. Those are like your 4 categories you plug into. Weight management, the #1 thing on all research is price. So the cleaner it is, there's a compromise. This is where I'm flexible in development and flexible in life. To me, I know it's the best blood sugar. Soy lecithin isn't gonna hurt anyone. So that's why on the label will say soy protein free, but not soy lecithin.
I have a question.
Does that make sense, Joe?
What about if you lost your weight already and you want to take your body to the next level? All people who's doing kickboxing, strong exercise like that, like me, because I do things like strong exercise. I know that I need to eat more, I think. Every 3 hours doing that, I lost a lot of weight in the Project 8, but I want to take now my next level. How you
keep doing the same program. So this is what I live. So like what I'll do is like before a big photo shoot or I'm going somewhere, I'll go detox. You know, and I'll do and just this detox product is not, I'll talk about that, isn't as aggressive as the core product, I'll explain. But I'll go detox. I live Ignite phase. I still do a weekly off-plan meal. So if you get hungry, you just eat more. People say, I want to gain weight. Just double your portion sizes. You want to be satisfied after a meal, ready to eat when it's time to eat. So it's not like, this is something that works for everybody. This isn't like if someone's competing, like when Shannon's competing, she's basically eating what the detox is overall. I mean, that's it. If you're like a marathon runner or an athlete, you're probably only doing Ignite. So you just have to decide on where you are. And then you can work to thrive into it. So it really becomes a lifestyle.
The Zen Fit's really good for post-workout. I have a question for you, Mark. You've got watermelon and you've got fruit punch. Can you add a Diet Pepsi flavor to it as well?
I like that.
Do they have any other flavors coming out with Zen Fit?
No. This is the thing. We fought every ounce of energy to get this. So I got to tell you, the battles that we've had in the past, words can't express the battles to get right here. So right now, we just have to prove the numbers. That's it. We have to bring the numbers in, we have to show what we can do, and if we do that, then a lot opens up. But this is, to me, just so you guys know, this is it for me. Like, from the direct selling side, I love what we're doing. This is where I'm focused, here. So, but there's nothing else for me from here.
Hi.
Hi. Si's here.
Hey, everybody.
So like, this is where I'm investing everything. And like, we've gone down this road. We've known each other for 4.5 years now.
Yeah.
So I believe we have the best we've ever had before. But we have to prove it, guys. We have to drive it, we have to do it. And then a lot opens up. Plant-based shake, things like that. Now the detox product, let me just explain it, because I know many of you did the core detox. Okay, the core detox was super aggressive on your intestinal tract. So people either loved it or hated it. Okay, so let's be super clear. From an FTC perspective, you always want, in a claims perspective, if you don't even do Zen Prime, just from the plan and the shake, the average weight loss is 7 to 10 pounds. We know that, okay? When you cut out gluten, soy, and you put this stuff in, you're dropping. What we wanted to do was create a product that you could do that you won't have this aggressive feeling, it won't cause any problems in the bathroom, but what it will do is it will focus, to me, it's a better cleanse than we've ever done before. So the digestive enzyme blend, if you take the probiotics in the shake, you then take the fiber and then you add the digestive blend, now you're addressing the entire system. You have the pharmaceutical grade milk thistle, which is greater than what we had in core. That milk thistle really cleans out your liver, which 99% of what goes in your mouth goes through that. Then you have the dandelion root, which I took back all my fitness modeling days. That's what I used to water flush. So dandelion root will clean out the kidneys, take out the extra bloat. So you have a super aspect. And then the grapeseed extract, you have an antioxidant component as well to it. So it's a really good detox. It's just people who've done core, they're not going to feel it like they felt core. They'll like more, but their results will be equal or better.
So you'll have to go to the restroom?
No, you have to pee more.
Pee more.
But you will, but this is the deal. You have to go to the restroom more without running to the restroom because...
That's true.
Because of the probiotics. So probiotics, and Dr. Amblog did a great job on this. The probiotics clear out your large intestine, the enzymes, so you have protein, fats, and carbs. So every gram of protein needs to be broken down into amino acids. Pepsin's what does that. We have an enzyme called pepsin in that. Lactose, you need lactase enzyme. We have lactase in there. Fatty acid. So every fat has to be broken down from a fatty acid. And then glucose, all carbs have to be broken down to glucose. So you have to break this down to the simplest form. That's why you need enzyme. So the combo of the enzyme blend, along with the probiotics, along with the fiber, will make you more regular. It just won't be, Senna was a natural laxative, and laxatives cause the release. You won't have that same urgency.
You can add it if you want though.
Yeah.
Hey Mark, on the Prime, people ask, how often should they detox on an average? I mean, if you're doing it like for 2 or 3 months.
So the Prime you could take, so this is the deal, Calvin asked me this too. If you feel like you want an extra one, you could do 2 tablets twice a day. That right now we have 14 in there, so it's a 7-day detox, and you're supposed to do 1 mid-morning, 1 mid-afternoon. Okay? The label, just so you guys know, a couple things. This will be looking like the shake. So there was a bit of a rush on some of this stuff. So here, packaging, this will be wrapped like the shake will be wrapped. Okay? So it's gonna have that cool, it will be white, but we'll have that cool wrap to it. Right now, you have, the front has what's in it. True Cell, 21 grams of protein, 5-strand probiotic, 5 grams of fiber. The back, the next packaging run will say gluten-free, soy protein-free, no artificial flavors from that. On the ingredients, it says, contains milk and soy from lecithin. So that's less than 1% of that, okay? So this will be that, and then there's going to be some new changes done on the back too. Yeah, and it's going to be a zipper, guys, not this, okay? So just know, to get all this ready by this time was intense, okay? But but it's so clean and so super and so pretty from there, but you'll see it only improve from there. Now sachets, people asked about. Sachets, we will see, they're going to be more expensive. They're great for sampling. They're great, like I'll use this at home and I'll do a sachet when I travel. So those will be coming, but they will be more expensive. So if you're someone who wants sachets with this, raise your hand.
A sample.
So when the sachets come, you guys need to buy them. Okay? This is the deal. This is the deal. I'm going on the line saying that people will buy them, the distributors. Customers will not buy them, guys. Okay? People who are doing it as a customer are going to buy this. Because this is $59 wholesale, $69 retail. Sachets probably be $10 more. You know, this is 28 servings now. So like people say the sachets, you have to go from a 14 serving in a box to now 28 servings. So we can have samples, but I'm holding everyone to raise their hand that if you want sachets, you gotta buy them, okay? Deal? We pinky swear? Okay, cool. Any more questions?
So what about the existing Zen? Is it gonna be parallel, or will they fade that out?
No, it's gone. This is all North America. Oh, this is all North America, starting now in every pack, only this. The existing Zen is available in China, Europe, China, and any place else that Zen sold.
USA, they pulled all the SKUs, there's not
Yeah,
gonna be
none in USA, only this in USA. Now Canada, I go to Quebec on the 20th and Toronto on the 21st. Canada goes live on the 19th. Canada can buy, so it's being registered in Canada, but through the US shopping cart, import cart, all Canadians can buy the new products, which is big. It's a little more expensive because it's the import cart, but everyone can buy it.
On the 19th.
On the 19th, it goes live on Friday.
It's still like half the price anyway because
half the price because Zen Pro's
14 packs.
So we can build with Canada.
Cool. There you go, Dan.
Yeah. It goes immediate on the 19th, import card. Any other questions, guys? Yeah. Oh, and everything's live on the site now. So you can buy on the site now, you can order in your back office, everything.
What about nursing moms that they want to get back in shape?
Yeah.
Can they drink it? Like,
Yeah, so this is the deal. Kids, nursing moms. I mean, once again, there's my wife so we have tons of pregnant women who are nursing moms or pregnant that will use it. You still need to check with your doctor. I mean, this is the deal. There's always complications, so you can't do a blanket statement for any of that. So, I would say check with your doctor. I would say bring it to them, make sure they look at it, and you get a seal of approval. We just can't, from a blanket side, say you can do it.
What about the hangouts, Mark? Those have been so incredible with you and Messiah. Are you guys going to still do that on the
Yes,
weekly
we are. That's why I love
basis?
Kasaya in here right
That's
now.
why she's here.
So this is what we're doing. We're gonna, and Kasaya, let's all give Kasaya a massive hand. I just want you guys to know, when I talk about the battles of the past year, she's been instrumental in helping navigate all of this. She sees it. She's one of the most amazing people that I know. I love doing this with her. And just know that everything you see, there's been fighters in there internally. And you have, Conrad's been there, Calvin's been there, Todd's been there. There's been that. But Kasaya, because she has been with Jeanette for 4 years, she's been that great line and great visionary to see how it all flows. And she's opened us all with big arms. So we love you for that.
I love you guys.
Kasaya on the YouTube, so she can speak more to this, but the vision's this. We're start our hangout again on the 21st of March, but we're gonna focus on 3 things. We're gonna have all the coaching videos. So the moment you order a pack, you'll start seeing the coaching videos. We had them in the Zen room, but on the YouTube channel, you'll be able to see all of the coaching videos. So they'll be open to everybody. Then we're gonna have our member hangouts that we've been doing, but then we're also gonna do some building hangouts, where we feature a sharer like a Kathleen, where we bring on a Calvin, Todd, or Conrad talking about building, where we bring on a health pro like Tony talking about what he's doing. So we're gonna have a building aspect to it. So wherever you sit as a sharer, influencer, or builder, you're starting to see how you can take your story and run with this and make revenue from it, inspire people and change people's lives. And one quick story, I forget Jennifer, she's a double diamond, right, from Jeunesse? She's Asian. Her name's Jennifer.
Yeah.
I don't know her last name. She came up to me in the casino yesterday, and she said, she's a good picture with Hunter, and she said, when JoJo talked, it made me realize that I can do more and I can help more people. Yeah. So I'm going to start promoting Zen. See, let's all remember, it's great to get your time back and make great revenue. And listen, money matters, guys. I mean, when someone says money doesn't matter, it does. I mean, it matters. Whether you can be in a little room like this at the Wynn or a suite, I mean, that's a choice. I get that. But the bottom line is people want A lot of people were crushed with the merger from the point of that they were doing core, they were making $500 to $1,000 more a month, which makes a difference on your family.
Yeah.
So just keep remembering with this, and then all of this can make you that cash up front. But in addition, with the partnership with Janess, you now have the AM PM, you now have the reserve, you now have the skincare. So there's so many additional pieces that you can really build a direct selling business. Any other questions? We good?
Thanks, Mark.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I need a refund.
Did you get a hole?
A replacement.
Oh, did you guys see the program guides?
Yeah.
Anyone see this? So these are also, you can go to the site now, zenproject8.com. It redirects to Janess. It's on your replicating site, and you can download, anyone can download these. These are beautiful. So they're so super clean, plug and play.
And can you just order packs of those?
That's a good question.
That's a great question.
I would love that. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I love, see, this is the thing. Guys, this belongs to all of us. So we launched, but you need to share your feedback. You need to say, I want to do this. And my only request would be this: whatever you give feedback, make sure that you're ready to go behind.
Yeah.
So you say you want sachets, you need to sell sachets. You need to buy them. If you want that, then you need to do that, because I will back anything you say. If it makes sense and we can do it, let's do it. But then we, as a team and a community, we need to do it together.
Kind of like Tuesday, we said we packed the room, so we better pack the room.
Yeah, so this is the thing. We can fight, and this is one quick thing Tuesday. We can fight for product. But Janess is going to have to incur some expenses to get product there. So we have to choose. If you guys bring guests, then we can drive product. But if people aren't coming, or not enough coming, and people aren't buying product, then that makes us, everything matters. I just want you guys to know that everything you say, everything you commit to, I love when someone had a slide that said, don't exaggerate. I think it was Kelly. Don't over exaggerate on stuff. Or Kathleen, I think, said it, right? So someone said it. Yeah, so the whole point is, just whatever you think you can do, let's do it. And then we can build this again and really make a massive difference. Okay, thanks everybody.
We invited Messiah to come up and share a little bit about her partnership and what she's doing, her big role with Mark, and the webinars on Monday, and really also who's getting on her Saturdays at 10 o'clock, whether you're a brand new distributor. I mean, that's just staying plugged in, right? And everybody knows Janess has Tuesdays, Thursdays, J World Live at 7 o'clock. But you can't miss the Saturday mornings, because she brings a lot of great information, whether it's back office, whether it's social media. So we have Kasaya here just gonna briefly share some stuff with you guys. So I'm excited that her and Mark are partnered up.
Yeah.
We got the male, we got the female, so this is powerful.
How's it going, guys? Todd, thanks for having me up today.
Thank you. Thank
You know,
you.
it's like the last day of everything, so I'm a little exhausted, so don't judge me.
She
while
wanted
I'm
to sleep in.
It's so good to be here, you know, to see you guys and just be a part of this family is incredibly remarkable. So firstly, I want to thank you for all of your support, because it's meaningful to me too. I give a lot of love to this company, and so to feel that back from our community is tremendously meaningful. So thank you for always accepting me with open arms. It's great to have relationships with you guys, especially as we do business together. My goal really is to be a liaison for you guys, helping give you the tools that you need to really be successful, and then going and being your advocate to our corporate headquarters, our marketing teams, making sure that we can provide the tools that you need, making sure that we are giving you the best service and providing, you know, anything from headshots to branding to materials that you need, and listening to you, knowing that your feedback really matters. So the whole Zen project has been incredible. When Mark invited me to be a part of it, I've told you guys before, you know, living a healthy lifestyle and being reverent to your bodies and having respect for yourself, it's something no one can take away from you. So the Zen is just in line with who I am as a human being. So to be a part of it is, it's just remarkable. I'm excited that we're at the beginning. I'm excited to hear all of your feedback. And as we move into the next phase, like Mark said, we just really need all of you guys driving it, you know, promoting it, sharing it, inviting people to be a part of it, so that we can show everybody that it's going to be a super successful movement, because it matters when people collaborate and move everything forward. So in terms of tools, Mark and I are going to continue doing the coaching. We got great feedback, so thank you guys for tuning into the fun hangouts. They were just wonderful, and Mark and I have a great synergy. You make this so easy, Mark, because you're such a professional. So we're going to continue doing those on Monday nights at 9 o'clock on the same channel, coaching like Mark said. So we're going to try to create a variety of materials for you, not only just the hangouts like we did for the people participating in the program, but also how to build with it, how to use social media to promote the before and afters, or just talk about, you know, coming from a level of expertise for the health pros and for people who aren't health pros, how can you leverage other people's stories and testimonials? And that's another reason why documenting your progress, you know, taking your before and after pictures, gathering those from your teammates, because of the whole benefits. It's not just one person who has that transformation. It's we're all selling JoJo's story, right? We're all taking that story to the world. So we need to keep in mind the whole and collaborate from there. So we're gonna do our best to keep on with those. You might see me coming from some hotel rooms because I've got a busy travel schedule, but we still love to do them on Mondays. And
You'll be in LA too with us.
I will. I'll be in LA on Tuesday night. So that's another thing, you know, invite people, come. We'd love to do meet and greets. We love to take pictures. We love to answer questions. We'll talk about, I guess, the agenda and the flow for that, how that's going to look. But I think it'll be a great way to just kind of kick everything off, invite everybody that you know, love, and care about, and make sure it's super fun. If you have any questions for me on Zen before I move into some of the other initiatives that we're doing, any questions or feedback, anything we can do better for you from a technical standpoint or a marketing standpoint?
One thing I will say, I think it would help a lot though, is definitely building strategies, especially with Jeunesse, because obviously Jeunesse this is a totally different model for them.
Sure.
But I think having distributors that are, you know, doing well with it, as well as, you know, just people who are doing well with the program, but
yeah.
because obviously it's brand new. I mean, most people are still trying to figure out, like, how do I even add this to my business?
Right, exactly.
So I think if we could do that maybe ongoing, if you have people who are doing really well, and they don't have to be, I don't think, at the top of the ranks. You know, people who say, hey, listen, I've added this model, and here's what I'm doing, and here's a few things, because if we can promote that, I think it's going to help a lot.
I totally agree, and that's where I need you guys too, because our company's growing. I mean, we've grown so fast. We used to have 5 diamonds on stage. Now we've got like 105 diamonds. So managing things has become a little bit more difficult. And I don't know everybody. So if there's someone in your team that's having remarkable success, or somebody that is just really great at what they do, please reach out to me and make the introduction so that it creates awareness for everyone. Because I love featuring people. You guys are the ones in the trenches out there making big things happen. So anything we can do to kind of highlight that, to help people share what their knowledge is, I'm totally open to that. And I agree.
And what's the best way for us to say, hey, we have this person doing really well, emailing, texting, what do you want?
Probably email would be the best. So my email address is like everyone else's. It's my first and last name at JeunessGlobal.com. So it's kasaya.j@JeunessGlobal.com. That's my work. But I mean, I get hit up all day long on Facebook and Skype and WeChat, WhatsApp. It doesn't matter. Wherever it comes from, I do my best to keep up. But if you say, hey, Kasaya, this is really valuable, it's super important, you can tag me, connect with me, Mark. We want to make sure that those get featured. But I agree with you, business building strategies. So obviously that's important. Yes, we can learn all about what the shakes do and how amazing they are, but the fact of the matter is, how do you share that? So creating content for you guys to be able to utilize social media, find people who really want what it is that you have, which is not necessarily a box of protein. They want to lose weight, feel great, look amazing, you know, have better health, and that's really what we're selling. So we'll talk a little bit more about those strategies with regards to solving people's problem. And obviously we know that the majority of people are overweight, and especially in our market right here, which is really another key focus that we need to pay attention to, is that the US and Canada, like this North America market, us all getting behind and driving this is a tremendously important infrastructure.
What kind of advice can you give us? Because I know a lot of us are going to go home and we're going to get a lot of people on this.
Yeah.
You know, I love the before and after shots. I think that's crucial, but could you help everybody in the room? I mean, we got to get some new before shots so we can have some after shots. So what are some tips that you could share with us so we can, you know, I know not too many people are going to be happy, you know, taking pictures in a bathing suit, but, you know, it's important that we get a whole bunch of those. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I completely agree with you, and I know that's a super vulnerable place to be. I think the before and after pictures is really when you put skin in the game, right? Because when you come out, you actually say, like, I'm going to make this commitment, and you tell people about it, then you're more likely to be held to it. So we actually should come up with something that's like a little one-pager of helping people make that commitment, writing down what their goals are, and making sure that that's done. Maybe we can create something beautiful like a PDF that would be easier to kind of track that stuff, but helping them with it, you know, before and afters are.
It's not really about the weight as much as it
It's
is what you
the
look like in front of the mirror or front of the picture,
Totally.
right?
The transformations are really what matter, for sure.
One of the things that I would recommend too, and I appreciate that, Todd, because I was not gonna have my before picture taken. I just absolutely, my wife came in and says, we need to do this, and I said, Delilah, you are, I mean, it almost turned into a me sleeping on the couch type of thing. But she, you know, she just said, you really need to take the picture, and I said, I'm not going to. And so I won the first week. After the first week, I couldn't believe the transformation, and I felt awful because the difference in the first week, and my wife, you know, the second, you know, I mean, the start of the second week, she says, we're taking your pictures, or you will be sleeping on the couch. And so, you know, we took the picture, but my regret was I didn't weigh myself on the first day, because my first day was 145, or 245, I wish 145, 245 pounds. And when I took my picture a week later, I was 238. And that made a believer out of me, but a week had gone by. And so I think it's really important, and I know I have a story to tell, and that is we need to get the pictures. You don't have to post them, but just get them. Because I think that later they will post them once they see the results.
You don't even have to look at them. Just take them and leave them. Don't look at them. Look at them later so you can see the difference. That's what I tell people.
Even if people aren't willing to share them publicly yet, at least they have them and they can refer to them. But it'll always happen when they do lose the weight they'll want to make them public. So
Well, Calvin was one to help me with that, because Calvin said, this is how you're going to sell this. This is how you're going to do your story. Because I think Calvin helped me understand the importance of the before and after too. And so.
And you could Photoshop them afterwards and make it.
He really is like no makeup, nothing on the before. He's totally glammed up after.
You can always tell people too, it's like, you know,
Yeah, that's a great point. We'll see if we can make that
And
happen
it looks
for you.
better on social media.
Everything does. That's
Instead
what.
of these pictures that are all.
I agree. And even building that strategy, so just so you guys know, now that we have Jeunesse, right? So Jeunesse is our company. But underneath of that, we have all these individual brands now, and Zen in and of itself, and then Project 8 is also its own brand. And so we're working to just make sure that we staff up and get people who are committed to those brands, content coming out on those brands, the fan page having beautifully branded images that promote lifestyle and wellness and everything that would be compliant. So obviously creating more shareables and content for you guys from a marketing standpoint, so that you don't have to make your own stuff, other than the before and after pictures, which obviously we're looking for. And even when we get good ones, we'll be able to create those for you and push them out in a professional manner. So for sure.
But along the line about making those slides available, if they do have it in Chinese, can you make a translation in English? I would love to, understand some of these things that
You want it in Chinese? Or
No,
with Chinese.
Leaders' presentations.
Oh, you want them? Yeah, that's so funny. Instaprint was a big hit. Did you guys print out any pictures from your Instagram account? And that was the big thing. The guy was like, I don't speak the languages, so we need to work on at events too. When we know we have bigger events, making sure that translations are available for everything that we do, so that everyone can benefit. So absolutely, we'll take that into consideration. When you're working with 22 languages, though, it's a little challenging to try to figure out what languages to translate things into, but for sure. Any other Zen questions, and then I'll tell you about J-World, and we can talk a little bit about that, and then I know I want to be respectful of everyone's time, and I have a couple other breakout sessions I gotta pop into, so if you have a question, just